Thomas, we're back with such a talented lady. 2 Oscars?
Yes.
How many nominations?
4 or 5, I don't remember.
You forget things like that?
Well, wait a minute. I've been in a lot of pictures. I've been in about 150 films.
But you don't... 150?
I think so. I was counting the other day. You know, in the wee small hours, I'm an insomniac, and there's 2 things you count.
What do insomniacs do when we, who are not insomniacs, sleep, by the way?
You count. You count. You make lists. You count fellas you've had love affairs with, husbands.
Well, you can do a lot of counting then.
Yes, Oscars. You don't want to get into anything too heavy, or it keeps you wide awake, you know. So you try to. The television helps.
How many of those pictures, those 150, do you want
This is really live. You're not kidding me.
No, this is live, my dear.
Oh, what could I do to shock everybody?
I think you've already done it. I read the first book. Of all the 150, how many of those do you want to remember? Those films.
You're talking about
all the films.
Films.
How many do you really want to? No, films.
Okay.
How many do you want to remember?
Oh, maybe 20. If I'm lucky, 15 to 20.
Well, you're honest, at least.
Yeah.
You realize they're going to be around to haunt you.
Well, some of them were, especially now the cable, so...
you'll see them all.
I saw myself in a picture that I thought they'd made banjo picks out of. The other night I was walking... I played a nanny from outer space. John Huston was in it with me. I never knew what I was.
John Huston?
Yes,
he was acting
he was the stranger, yes, he was acting in it. And I never knew I went to, we did it in Italy, and it really had special effects better than, what was that one that Spielberg did, you know?
Heaven's Gate?
No, before.
Oh, not Spielberg.
Strange Encounters of the Weird Kind, you know. Well, it had special effects.
Strange Encounters of the first...
Well, anyway, one of those pictures.
Third kind.
And it was a sort of a combination of that and The Bad Seed and The Exorcist, and I take this kid and...
Why did you do it in Italy?
For $75,000.
Were you married to... Were you married to Victoria?
No, this was after. This was not so long ago.
Well, I saw him in Burt Reynolds' last movie. He's great. Your ex-husband.
Tell me about it.
No, he is great.
He only has one great fault. He wants to live in Italy, and I want to live in America. You want me to cry now?
No.
All right.
Was that really?
Yes, it really was.
That was one of your great loves.
Well, we had a child together.
Yes,
and,
of course, I know
that. It was one of the, more important relationships in my life.
You're writing...
Change the subject, I'll cry.
I will. You're writing another, a book, I'm told, 3 autobiographies.
Well, I don't know. I'm on the second one. But, you know, it's my fault because I always like to play the kind of jazzy, blonde bombshell. It's so easy for me because Universal, my second studio got me to do that. And, you know, now you have kids.
They made a sex symbol out of you.
You know, and blondes get into that now. You know, I see, you know, nobody's smarter than Goldie Hawn. I just saw that picture she produced on cable today, Private Benjamin.
Wasn't she wonderful?
And she produced it and bought it and everything, and she plays this, you know, dumbbell blonde, and it's nonsense, and I get into that. I play a middle-aged blonde, dumb blonde, but it's not true.
If they do your life, Shelley, I'm curious, and everybody, when we were talking earlier, all the staff, wanted to know who you'd want to play you.
Oh,
what name comes to your mind?
I'd like to lose about 40 pounds, get a facelift, and play myself. They could at least test me.
No, seriously, now. I don't
maybe Bernadette Peters or Goldie Hawn, somebody like that.
Interesting.
Yes.
There's a talented lady, Bernadette Peters.
Yes,
both of those are very talented.
Somebody like that, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't given anybody permission yet to do it on the screen. It's bad enough it's in a book, you know. You know, you interviewed me. You were the first interview I did.
First one after your book.
And I've written this book, and it's a lot about politics and getting ahead and you know, starting a career and everything.
That's not what people want to hear
about. I know, but I told the truth, so I sort of told the truth about my sexual life too. But that's not what I thought was important. And this first and I sort of told the truth that I had with you, and you suddenly started to ask me questions about different Burt Lancaster, Victoria Gosselaar.
I made the fatal mistake of reading the book, so I had something to ask you.
Didn't you like it? Did you laugh?
Most of these guys don't read it. Oh, it was wonderful.
But I got so offended. I just looked at Mike. How could you betray me? You said, well, it's in the book. I said, never mind, it's in the book. I don't wish to discuss it.
Now, the late William Holden, you wrote about him.
Yes, and he was a lovely man.
Oh, he was really something.
Well, you know, in the wee small hours, you start thinking about the people you know who've died. That's another thing that happens.
Natalie Wood and William
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah. He was a bright, such a worldly guy.
Yes, and funny and and a wonderful actor. Just, I saw that again the other night.
Wasn't
Do you realize that 3 of the that are dead wrote it? Patty Chayefsky, Peter Finch, and Holden.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of interviewing the two of those together, Peter Finch and Will Holden, and it's hard to believe when you see things like that they're on the cellar.
Some gigantic mistake because they gave the world so much joy.
The shame is we don't all realize it at the time until it happens, and then we suddenly say, "Boy, they gave us."
I feel very strange about. I'm going to film and shooting it now. It's a play I did. It was Carlino play, and I have a screenplay and else. It's very more, and but you know how is it for a call girl for that profession, and like that to the Jane.
That was clue.
Yes. And
Oscar. What will this
about old attitudes that they get in that women themselves as they saw God. Yes.
Thank you. It's
well, my hair's falling. Now what was I? Well,
I'm in 40.
But you know, I'm glad there's only because I get the artists and producers and their art. One of the films, sure there's another that wants them. The big, cute, Wexy.
And Ungo Pond.
That wasn't the